Flowing out of Cape Town, South Africa, a vast network of highways spreads out across the Western Cape Province. The N2 is the country's longest tarred road, running the length of South Africa's coast before turning inland to the economic heartland of Gauteng. The N1 is the Cape's busiest road, with stretches carrying up to 150,000 vehicles per day. The R27 traverses the harsh west coast before linking with the N7, which stretches northwards to the desert border with Namibia. Dedicated to keeping these roads safe and traffic flowing are the men and women of the Western Cape Highway Patrol. Coming up, Provincial Inspector Stephni Ruiters is called into action after a crash on the West Coast. Senior Provincial Inspector Valentino Arendse and colleagues prepare for the festive season. And the next generation of inspectors graduate from the classroom to the streets. As a member of the Western Cape Highway Patrol, you learn to expect the unexpected. Provincial Inspector Stephni Ruiters has learned this the hard way on the beautiful, rugged, and sometimes deadly stretches of West Coast roads around Vredenburg. In addition to the rich fishing grounds and industrial port activity, the area is a popular holiday destination for local and overseas visitors. It's the end of a long weekend, and Provincial Inspector Ruiters has just received the call that all inspectors dread.
Stand by.
What are you doing there?
R45, 1050 on the R45, but we're going direction Hopefield now.
The tension is high as PI Ruiters and colleagues race to the scene of the crash, not knowing what to expect.
We don't know where it is. The information just came through. It's on the R45. Anything's possible, anytime, anywhere, any place. And our roads are busy today because the people that came in on Friday, they're leaving most probably today.
While PI Ruiters hopes for the best, past experiences taught her to prepare for the worst.
An accident is never expected. It comes on your least expected days. We had a really busy day that day. I mean, it's Women's Day, and usually public holidays, our roads are busy. People are coming to the West Coast to come and enjoy their stay here and on holiday or whatever the case may be. This is a very dangerous intersection. There's been a few accidents. I can remember one day. There were two occupants, the husband and the wife, both in their 60s. They were coming from Darling side. They were on their way to Langebaan side. That was the most sad picture when I came on the scene. The husband was sitting next to his wife, and he sat by his wife until they came and fetched the body. I mean, on holiday in the West Coast where you don't have family, it's just you and your husband. I mean, that was more than enough to see. This is what you've signed up for.
While inspectors are trained to cope with horrific crash scenes, you never know how you will deal with the trauma until you face it, as the next generation of inspectors are soon to find out. After many hard hours of theory and practical training, the students at the Jean Low Traffic College are ready to graduate and join their colleagues on patrol.
We're going to move the vehicles inside the yellow lane as far as possible off the roadway.
And with the festive season around the corner, this year's class will be swelling the ranks just in time. The end-of-year holiday period is notorious for road fatalities in the Western Cape, and the fresh inspectors and new vehicles fitted with the latest technology are desperately needed to help reduce the carnage.
It's our graduation today. This is a day that we've been waiting for a long time, and we're just glad to be here and glad to be part of this day.
hard work has really paid off, and myself together with all my colleagues are extremely excited to start working.
Finally, the traffic students are ready to join the ranks as fully fledged inspectors and be deployed to traffic centers across the province and start putting theory into practice.
Today was very exciting working with SPI Swanepoel today. I learned a lot today from him. I had my first accident scene.
Even the unpredictable Cape weather can't dampen their enthusiasm as they join their colleagues, fulfilling their duties come rain or shine.
Yeah, the exciting part just started now. It will be our first K78.
It's a dream come true because you're taking dangerous drivers off the road, making the road safe.
It's going well, just very frustrating the weather. But we have to, like when Yes says, go about, we have to work.
I love this job, and I never want to quit this job.
It's really a pride and a passion to just be here and serve and protect her.
And we all know what the book says.
These newest members of the Western Cape Highway Patrol quickly realize there's no substitute for experience.
I like standing over there or over here.
Yeah, it's always there or there.
But under the guidance of inspectors with thousands of kilometers under their wheels, the training kicks in as they prove their worth and are out there making a difference. The class of 2021 have to hit the ground running as they join the fight to keep motorists alive on the roads of the Western Cape province.
We had a very good night. We had a few fines, discontinued a few vehicles that was unroadworthy. One of our officers got a drunken driver. So that's a good one. We got a drunk one off the road.
Yeah. It's good to be on shift finally. The night shift's going well. I already had my first drunken driving arrest. So yeah, very good.
Okay, so the accident is here in front.
Back on the West Coast, Provincial Inspector Stephni Ruiters is about to find out just how bad the crash is.
Just gonna check out.
It doesn't look good, but PI Ruiters has got a job to do, and her training and experience overcome her anxiety as she gets out fearing the worst.
The light's on, yes, it's on. Just to see what's going on.
It's a long weekend and the start of the school holidays, and Senior Provincial Inspector Valentino Arendse is on his way to join his colleagues for a roadblock on the N1.
Good day today, is returning safe at home. But I call a good day for myself and all my colleagues that today that's on duty, without any injuries. Festive season is going to be much more work in general. More operational hours required. There will be more cases at the edge this month. Yesterday they started the Exodus operation, so which means all transfer leaving from Cape Town to holiday destinations. So our focus in that operation will be vehicle fitness, public transport, and driver fitness and documentation. So we're just ensuring people reach the holiday destination safely. During this busy period, there's always much more drunken drivers who are irresponsible using our public road. They are partying more, and then obviously taxis are overloaded now because most of the public transport are leaving for longer trips, so to the Eastern Cape, so there are fewer taxis available for your everyday commuters to work. So now these taxis will be overloading now in the mornings and stuff like that. I have a passion for the work that I do and my commitment. And next weekend I'm working over Christmas weekend, and I've been used to it for over the past 5 years. Operational focus of today will be driver fitness, vehicle fitness, public transport, and documentation. Other than that, you can start, guys.
Do you still tell me about that address? Oops. There's your friend, there he goes. Because I want to say hi to him, but let us refrain from doing that.
Because I said when I'm in the car, but apart from that.
Yeah, but that's a good thing.
At this time of year, many Cape Town residents use buses and taxis to travel to the Eastern Cape, a grueling journey of over 1,200 kilometers. And public transport safety is a key focus for the inspectors.
Don't know what's the problem, and the traffic says it's taking our taxi. We are family, we just went to the beach for 2 days, and then today we need to go back home.
Thank you. 16.
When taxis are impounded, the innocent passengers suffer. But it's better to spend a few cold hours on the roadside than end up on the cold slab of the mortuary.
The people that are driving in the taxi, they're going from one place to another place. They don't have any safety belts on. They wrote 8 safety belts on the taxi as well. They didn't have a PDP, professional driving permit as well. It's all about the safety of the passengers. We're trying to change the mindset of the drivers to drive safe on the roadway.
With the roadblock over, the inspectors head back out on patrol. And SPI Arendse is soon pulling over some seriously dodgy drivers.
Okay, sir. The fine is for not wearing a safety belt, sir. The second offense is for disregarding a painted island like that. You drove over there when you overtook, ne? The other one is for disregarding the channelizing line, which is that at the robot. There's a channelizing line that drove over when you overtook that vehicle, you know? That's the reason why I stopped him. He basically knew why I pulled him over, so yeah, he overtook that vehicle there on the painted island while I was approaching the robot to go out there, take the exit to the N1 to go to Paul. There was less explanation for him, so he knew his offense that he did. So yeah, that's another thing during festive time, people are in a rush, or I don't know what.
Next, SPI Arendse pulls over a truck he's noticed weaving its way along the emergency lane.
I think he was on the phone, but I thought him to have a chat with him quick. I was noticing how he was driving all the time. Why is he driving? Is he breaking down? And he could just drive properly in his lane. Okay, meneer, sê op meneer. Waar is die rede waarvoor meneer op die skouer ry?
Phone call.
Hoekom trek meneer nie af en vat die phone call?
Ek het mos afgetrek.
The driver was on his phone and seems to think this is allowed if you're driving in the yellow lane.
Hoekom trek jy nie af nie? Ek ry nou langs en oor 'n tyd tel terwyl op die phone is.
Ek op die phone ek het afgetrek.
Ja, nou meneer, jy het gestaan.
The driver's lame excuses don't impress Valentino. Perhaps he should read his truck's bumper stickers.
Okay, meneer, langs oor die kant, besiele sê asseblief. There's a reason why you do not drive in the yellow lane or stop on the freeway because, for example, right there in front as it joins now, there you can now join the N1. But as you can see, as it moves over, there's a bus standing on the yellow lane broken down.
Eagle-eyed SPI Arendse spots a flashy sports car with no visible registration plates and accelerates to catch up. He's thankful that this motorist makes no attempt to evade him.
Sit down here, where's the number plate of the vehicle? Sorry?
SPI Valentino is a bit confused when the driver insists that the plates are in the back window. As it turns out, this brand new vehicle does have the necessary temporary plates. They're just very well hidden. Having radioed control to verify the registration number, and with everything in order, he sends the sports car on its way. As he continues to tirelessly patrol the N1, it sometimes seems that this job is all about protecting people from their own stupidity. Turning around on a busy freeway with vehicles flying past at 120 kilometers per hour is not a good idea, even if you missed your exit.
Go! Stop, handbrake up, bring your license.
Most motorists are not expecting slow-moving cars to join the fast lane from a standing start on the wrong side of the road.
Where are you coming from, sir?
I was looking in the garage, so I was lost.
Okay, then we take the next turn off. Come around. Not through the divider space. Waarom meneer, hoe gaat het? Good man, where are you on your way to? Okay, can I see the driver's license, please, sir? Can you open the bonnet to me, please, man? First, before you open the bonnet to me, before you step or start the vehicle, hood, indicate to the left, right, switch on the headlights and the brights. Wipers. Wipers. Why is there no battery claim, sir?
No. See the breaker here fell out. So I put the rubber one.
The spring's cut, heated, coil overs, lowering it. Okay, sir.
Brand new shocks here.
Open, start the vehicle again for me. Remove brake for me. And then you lock the vehicle to me with that side, please. Tire, meneer. The ding is ook this tire. The tire.
Tire.
Do you know about it? This one.
This one.
Yes.
Let's see the white one. The mud flats.
The tire is smooth in the inside of the tire.
Oh, yeah.
Please sort that out, please, no?
Okay.
As soon as possible.
Sorry about
no
that.
problem. I had a suspected feeling that the suspension was cut. And I couldn't feel properly because at the spring you can, at the end of the coil, you can feel that it was cut. But I couldn't reach it, so I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. But I can see he replaced the CVs on the vehicle, the ball joints are replaced. So he done quite a lot.
Once again, Senior Provincial Inspector Arendse drives off on his continuous quest to keep motorists safe on the N1 highway. Back on the West Coast, Provincial Inspector Stephni Ruiters learns the fate of the crashed vehicle's occupants on the R45, and it's not good.
We're on the R45, just 5 kilometers from the Hopefield Cross. 2 people in the vehicle. One is a blue case, which means the one is no longer with us. And the other one, I don't know what the situation is. This is all our role players. We have our truck drivers, we have our fire department, we have our ambulances, the medical department, the rescue team. We also have SAPs and we also have the Saldanha Bay municipality on the scene. To secure the scene, like I said, every scene is a crime scene. And this is our way of protecting the scene. For now, our main priority is to get a free traffic flow and to make sure that nothing happens to the scene where the accident happened, to interfere or to be tempered with anything on the scene. And we are also here to prevent another accident from happening while we're at an incident or an accident. So that is why we are here, and that is our main priority right now. Our bystanders can also be people that saw what happened, and they can also be witnesses, so we can also get information from them. Sometimes the information is not like what happened. That's why then when there's a lot of people, you listen to 3 or 2 people to see which one corresponds with one another, but afterwards you get the right information from SEPs or the first responders or the first people that's on the scene or that was on the scene. So we found that this vehicle was coming from that side. The couple, they were on their way home. It was a husband and a wife. Driver lost control, which landed him over there. A young couple, and unfortunately the husband lost his life, whereby the wife is still in hospital. And this is my first time being on the scene or coming to a scene where the person is still in the vehicle, or where I witnessed to see that how they take out a body from the vehicle. It's quite something to think about. I've been here for quite a few hours. I've been here since 1 o'clock, and I don't know for how long I'm still going to be here. The procedures are that SEPs must first get permission to let the breakdown vehicle take the vehicle to the police station, because the vehicle is going to be booked in as part of evidence, since, like I said, every scene is a crime scene. This was a crime scene. And for further investigation, the vehicle will be booked in. So I must stay here to close off the road when the vehicle is going to be recovered.
As the sun sets, PI Ruiters makes her way home, praying that this is not the start of a bloody festive season on the West Coast roads.
You do go home, you do think about it, but the next day you come to work and it's all over.
Coming up next on Western Cape Highway Patrol, Senior Provincial Inspector Valentino Arendse responds to a fatal crash on Baines Kloof, while Provincial Inspector Ruiters helps a freight vehicle lose some weight on the West Coast. And Senior Provincial Inspector Hofmeester spends a lonely Christmas Eve patrolling the N1 outside Worcester.